vowel to be able to connect these two together. So here you have wasalat and you have al-fatat. Wasalat ends with sukoon. You have to connect them. As we mentioned before, you add an auxiliary kasra as an auxiliary vowel. You say wasalatil fatat. Wasalat originally ends with sukoon. So you pronounce wasalatil fatat, but you write wasalat sukoon al fatat. Again, you have another subject that is also feminine. It is plural, but your verb is not going to change. Wasalat al-fatayat. Wasalat al-fatayat. Why? Because there is no agreement in number in verbal sentences. Wasalat al-fatayat. Or the next one, wasalat al-wufud. Wufud means the groups. Although al-wufud means the group of people, but because we are talking about the group itself, not about the people, in Arabic we consider al-wafd means the group as a thing, not as a person. So we say wasalat al-wufud. Why? Because we consider al-wufud as the plural form of a thing, not a person. Wasalat al-wufud. But when it comes to rijal, this is plural and masculine, the only agreement is in gender, not in number. وصل الرجال. وصلت المعلمات. وصل الوفد. وصل الصديق. وصل الأصدقاء. الأصدقاء is the plural form of الصديق, plural form of masculine. So your verb must be in masculine as well. وصل الأصدقاء. وصل محمد. Okay, this is about the first exercise. About the second, put the verbs in L1 after the nouns. Remember to apply the rules of agreement. Now we are going to change these verbal sentences to equational sentences. As we said before, in verbal sentences, verbs precede subjects. But in equational sentences, the sentence begins with a noun. So here, your subjects that are nouns, if they come at the beginning and they precede verbs, the rulings of agreements will change. We said before that when a verb follows the subject, there must be an agreement both in gender and number. So we say al-muallimu wasala. Al-muallimun wasalu. Because muallimun is the plural, verb must be plural as well.